Right now, at this very moment, millions of Christians around the world are walking away from the church. Not slowly, not quietly, but in a massive wave, like something broke inside them. Some say it's disappointment. Some say it's hypocrisy. Some say it's the end of faith as we know it. But what if the real reason people are leaving is something far deeper, far darker, and far more uncomfortable than anyone wants to admit? Tonight, we go inside the painful truth the church avoids, the secrets no one speaks about, the wounds believers carry silently, and the harsh reality behind the question: why are so many Christians abandoning the faith they once loved? Watch till the end, because the last reason is the most shocking one, and it might even apply to you. Chapter 1. The Silent Crisis. No one wants to admit. This isn't a small issue. This is a spiritual earthquake happening worldwide. Churches that used to be full are now half empty. Some closed their doors permanently. In the US, Europe, Canada, Australia, even parts of Asia, Christians are becoming believers without belonging. They believe in God, yes, but not in the church system. Many say, "I still pray, I still believe, I just don't go to church anymore." Why? Because something broke. People who grew up singing hymns, people who memorized Bible verses, people who loved church activities as children suddenly feel disconnected and tired, not because they lost faith, but because they lost trust. Church attendance keeps dropping, but spiritual hunger keeps growing, meaning something in the church structure is not working anymore. This is the crisis we must confront. Chapter 2. The hypocrisy that pushes people away. People expect the world to judge them, but they don't expect the church to do it. This is the wound no one talks about. People watched. Pastors preaching forgiveness, but refusing to forgive. Leaders preaching humility, but living like kings. Churches talking about love, but spreading division. Christians fighting each other online. Condemnation louder than compassion. Some churches turned into a political stage, a business operation, a place of gossip, a center of bragging, a place where sinners feel unsafe. Many walked away saying, "I didn't leave God, I left the drama." And that hits deep. When the behavior of church members doesn't match the teachings of Christ, people walk away quietly, not in anger, but in sadness. Because hypocrisy doesn't break faith, it breaks people. Chapter 3. Scandals, secrets, and the pain the church covered up. This is the darkest chapter. Scandals hit people harder than sermons ever could. When a leader falls, 1,000 believers lose trust. When abuse is covered up, an entire generation turns away. People see financial corruption, manipulation, sexual abuse. Leaders protected instead of victims. Churches hiding the truth. Power used instead of service. These scandals aren't just mistakes. They are wounds, deep, long-lasting wounds. Some people didn't leave the church. The church left them emotionally. Some walked away with tears, saying, "If this is God's house, why does it feel unsafe?" This pain creates silent exiles. They love Jesus, but cannot sit in a place where their trauma lives. Chapter 4. When modern life makes faith feel impossible. Life today is fast, noisy, stressful. People work long hours. Families barely sit together. Everyone is tired, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Church is meant to be a refuge. But for many, it feels like another task on a busy list. Modern life created burnout, isolation, overthinking, zero patience, zero focus, no stillness. The spiritual rhythm is broken. People don't stop believing. They just stop having time. Faith did not fade. Attention did. Screens replaced scripture. Scrolling replaced reflection. Weekend plans replaced worship. People didn't reject God. They simply forgot Him in the noise. Chapter 5. The Social Media War Against Faith. Social media is shaping minds more than pastors ever could. Apps preach louder than churches. What people see: mockery of religion, anti-Christian influences, God isn't real debates, fake spiritual ideas spreading fast, the rise of self-worship culture, cancel culture attacking faith. Every day, people scroll through conspiracies, misinformation, criticism, celebrity opinions, live your own truth, messages, and slowly, faith becomes old-fashioned. Church becomes irrelevant. Holiness becomes boring. Social media didn't kill religion. It replaced it. It became a new temple with new gods, attention, ego, popularity, and millions are following. Chapter 6. The Emotional and Spiritual Hurt People. Carry. This is the most painful chapter. Some left because they prayed for a miracle, but nothing changed. They went through loss, and no one checked on them. They were judged for their past. They were ignored because they weren't important. They felt invisible. Their questions were dismissed. Loneliness inside the church hurts more than loneliness outside it. Some people cried in the parking lot before deciding to walk away forever. Their hearts didn't break from doubt. They broke from disappointment. They didn't lose faith. They lost hope in the place that was supposed to give it. Chapter 7. Why many return to God. Millions have left the church. But here's the part no one talks about. A huge number eventually come back. Quietly, slowly, secretly. Not because a pastor convinced them, not because a church program attracted them, but because God Himself pulled them back. Life has a way of stripping away pride, noise, ego, distractions, until only the truth is left. Some return after a tragedy, a sickness, a breakup, a betrayal, a depression so deep that no psychology video could heal it. They reach a point where the world can't save them. Motivational speakers can't save them. Girlfriends, boyfriends, friends, none of them can save them. And in that moment, when the soul hits a wall, a voice whispers, "Come back to me. You still belong to me." That whisper is not from religion, not from a church building. It's from God Himself. Reason 1, the return after emptiness. People go out into the world believing, "I'll be happier outside the church. I'll be freer. I'll live how I want." And for a while, life feels exciting. No rules, no guilt, no restrictions. But after months or years, a deep emptiness appears, a feeling they can't explain. Why do I feel lost even when I have everything? They realize something shocking. They didn't leave the church. They left their own soul behind. And so they return, not out of fear, but out of hunger. Reason 2, a miracle. They cannot explain. Some walked away from faith because nothing made sense. But then, something happens. A prayer answered at the last second, a healing that doctors cannot explain, a protection that seems supernatural, a dream, a voice, a sign, a moment where they feel God's presence again. One miracle is enough to rebuild all the faith they lost. They return and say, "I left God, but He never left me." When people finally experience that again, a calmness that comforts them more than any relationship ever did, they return and say, "This is what I was missing all along." People don't leave Christianity because of Jesus. They leave because of humans, but God never leaves anyone. He waits, He calls, He restores. If this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, why do you think people are leaving the church today?